The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alicia, and I'm going to be giving the webinar today. Remember that if you have a question at any moment during the webinar, feel free to just go ahead and in the chat section that you have there, type in your question, and I'll try to answer it as soon as I see it. Today we're going to see how to set up your account to start sending contracts. The first thing I have to do is have in mind that ReiFax does not provide the actual documents, the contracts. If you are a DREA or a BREA mentor student, we do work with some association as BREA and DREA. They provide our mentor student with some contracts, some additional documents. So if you're a mentor student, yes, you will have your account preset with a set of documents in them. If not, you have to have a PDF file of a contract. It has to be a PDF file, and give me just 1 second, sorry for this. Sorry. Okay. You have to have a PDF file. All documents have to be in PDF file. The contracts, the additional documents. Additional documents such as escrow letters, addendums, EMDs, the lead-based paint disclosures. It's an example, the short sale addendum, the Fannie Mae addendum. You have to have them all in a PDF file in your computer so you can upload it into your system. Okay, so once I've logged into my account, I would go to Settings. Here in Settings, the first thing I would do is to set up my email account. Although ReiFax actually works with different mail servers as Hotmail, Yahoo, and AOL, and others, we do recommend you use Gmail. Gmail gives our technical department sufficient support set so that we can give you that support to you. So if you have problems sending emails, for some reason the documents aren't going out, if you use a Gmail account, we can see what the problem is and solve them. If you use another server, we will try to help you, but we will not always be able to see what the problem is. So you would have to possibly have to migrate to a Gmail account. So starting out, the best thing is to open a Gmail account just for the use of ReiFax and set it up here in your settings emails. So all you have to do is select the email server, put in your email address here, and also down here. One is for the delivery configuration and the other one is for the reader configuration. If you use the old version, right now we are in the new version, you previously had to set up, also put in the password for your Gmail account and do a test. If you want to set up the old version, just give us a call and we'll be happy to help you with that. In the new version, all you have to put in is the email server and the email address. The first time you try to send a contract, Google will ask you if you have permission, if you're going to give permission to ReiFax to use your Gmail account. So you'll get a window, I think white and red window there, and there you would give permission for ReiFax to use your Gmail account. But that's not a configuration that is set up by us. That's something of Google. So again, if you have any questions when trying to do that and you don't find how to do it, just give us a call and we'll be happy to help you. Okay, so this is the first thing I have to do. Second thing, signatures. Let me delete this one. Remove. Okay, I'm going to remove the ones I have so I can show you how to upload them again. The best and easiest way to do this is to go ahead and take a Sharpie and a paper and write your signature on paper, scan it, upload it as a JPEG file into your computer, and take it from there. The system does allow you to, let me click on add. You can draw your signature. If you have enough pulse to do it, go ahead and just draw it here. Save. There it is. But like I said, the best way is to go ahead and have it in your files. Upload. This will take you, click on select. This will open your files in the computer. Look for your signature there. Select it. There it is. It looks a lot better if you do it this way. You can do it this way, but actually it looks a lot better if you scan it and upload it and click on save. You can have two sets of signatures and initials. So there I have my first signature and my second signature. Now I'm going to add my first initial. Let's draw that one. Save. And let's upload the other one. Initial here. Save. Yes. Oh, I replaced my, well, that's how it's done. Like I said, if you want to draw it, go ahead and draw it. If you want to, but it looks a lot better if you take a Sharpie and paper and scan it. Okay, so now I have my signatures. Now let's go to my documents. I'm in settings, documents. Right now I don't have any contracts here. I'm going to click on add. Again, that will take me to my files in my computer. The most common contract that is used is the far bar as is. It has to be, like I said, a PDF file, a blank PDF. If you have some addition, if you edit the PDF before uploading it, the system, that makes it heavier, and they have to be more less than 5 KB. If it's larger than that, if it's heavier, the system will not be able to upload it. So if it's a blank contract without any modifications, that will be able you will be able to upload it with no problem. Again, if you have any problems uploading any contract, just call us and we'll help you with that. Here it asks you if you have permission to use that contract. The user must have legal authority to upload, modify, change, fill in, and use any document he intends to modify, submit another buyer or seller. Agreed. The system will upload the contract. And there I have my contract uploaded. Well, there it is. Now that I have my contract here, I have to actually click on it and open it so I can start putting in the information. The system will populate automatically the information for each contract according to the property that you're sending the contract to. But you have to you have a little homework the first time you upload it, because you have to tell the system where you want the information and what information you want to be there. First of all, you have two options. You can use two, if your contracts go out with your name as a buyer, or if you use your company's name, that's what you're going to fill in here. From here, the system will take the information to fill in the buyer section of the document. I'll put my address. And leave it active. I can put a second one on this side and have it inactive, or I can activate it and deactivate this one. I can also put myself as a buyer or as a seller. So depending on what type of contract you're sending, you'll put in yourself as a buyer or as a seller. Okay, I'll leave this as buyer, and then I keep scrolling down to add any additional information. Inspection days. Let's put here 10. And down here is where I would add the additional documents. Like it said, additional documents would be the addendums and the escrow letters. I'm going to click on add. Again, that will take me to my file. Let's look for the lead-based paint disclosure. Again, it will ask me if I have permission to use that. Click on yes. These are the documents that will go out with your contract. So now I have the lead-based paint addendum. If I wanted to go out every time with my contract, I check it here. So each time I send a contract, that will go out with my contract, and that is an addendum, so I check this side. This is EMD, proof of funds, addendum. Let's add a proof of funds. Again, must have authority to use this. There it is. This one I won't check it. I will leave it I will leave this unchecked so I can select it, or these if I want to send it at the moment of sending the contract. This is a proof of funds, so I'll check this one. Okay, so now I have my addendums, my additional documents. Now I have to actually go into the body of the contract and edit it. So I click here and edit contract. That will open the actual contract, and I have to start filling in. How do I fill it in? I fill it in with variables provided by the system. They're on this side. In this drop down, I'll have a set of variables that I can use to fill in my contract. That is, for example, parties, seller. Seller would be, let's see if I have seller. They're in alphabetical order, so I select seller name, and here it is. This is my variable. It will put it where I clicked previously, but I can take it and drag it and put it exactly what I want. Now I want the buyer. I look for the variable for buyer name. Here it is. Didn't put it exactly what I wanted, so I just click on it and drag it. Street, address, city, and zip code. These are three things in one line. If I select it one by one and put it next to each one, at the moment of printing it out, it could overlap because not every address will be the same length. So that one I will do it with add text. So I can, again, use the variables, but have them spaced correctly. So I select address, property address, property address. Here it is. I put a comma, space, then look for property city, a comma and a space, and property zip. I think it's not, let's see, property zip code. So now I have all three of them. Put the period at the end and click on add. I take it from here and put it there. Now I want located in, let's put property county. Property county. Property tax ID, that's the folio number. So let's look for that variable. Folio number. And then legal description. Let's look for legal description. There. I keep scrolling down and I keep on filling in whatever I want to fill in. Offer price. Let's look for offer price. Let's click here and look for offer price. It is a bit tedious the first time, but remember that this is something that you'll have to do only one time. Once it's all set up, you can send all the contracts you want, and you won't have to do this ever again. You can come in and change one line, two lines, or if you want to add additional terms or whatever you want to add. But this is something that you'll only have to do the first time when you set up your account. Escrow agent information. Let's look for escrow. Escrow agent. Escrow address. Look for escrow address. It's sending them up there to the same place. That's something I'll have to talk with the programmers to see what's going on, because it should allow me to just click on the place I want to put the variable in. Look, this is additional deposit, and it should send it around the area I clicked, and it's not doing that. As soon as I finish this, I'll try to have that fixed. Okay, so like I said, you just read through your contract and put anything that you need to put in. The initials, I'll have them in this other drop down here. If you haven't uploaded your signatures, this drop down will be blank. You won't see anything there. Let's put my initials here. Yes, we have to do something about this. And there it is. There are my initials. Remember that I have to put my initials in every page. So let's move to the next page. And again, I put in my initials there. Initials. And read whatever I want. And the check marks I can also do. We have either I can fill it out either with a dot, a check mark, or an X. I just put it and drag it to wherever I want it. So it's a matter of coming in the contract, reading it, and filling it out as you wish. Going page to page. Let's go to the next page. Fill in everything that you need. You have your set of variables here. Go through them and see if the information you want is there. If not, let's go to page 12 and 11. Page 11. Here we have additional terms. The additional terms is something that you would have to type in. Sorry. So that's add text. Here I can type in whatever I need there. Seller agrees. So I type in whatever I want to type in, click on add, and again it will send it, and I put it where I want. The system does not have a return button in the add text, so you would have to add it line by line. I add a second line, add. Yes, I have to have the programmers fix this. Sorry for that. So I have to type in line by line. I can't put a long test that will go off the page. I have to be line by line. Let's go to the last page. Here I would have to put my signatures. And date. I look for today date. There. And remember that the initials go in every page. There. Okay, once I have everything set up as I want it, if this let's talk flag gets in the way, you can take it off, just click on here. That let's talk is for you to be able to contact us through the live chat. But if you don't need to talk to us at the moment, you can, and it's getting in the way, just click on the X and you can then bring it back in. I'll show you right now how to do it. Okay, once I have everything set up as I want, I went through all the pages, filled in all the information I wanted. I just close it and that will automatically save everything I did. So everything is done. I click on save, and there I have my first contract all set up. So I have documents, I have signatures. Now let's go to escrow letters. This is my escrow agent. I have to type in the information here, the name, address, email, phone, and fax. From here, the system will fill in the contract. So you can have in the system 2 different ones and make one as default. I have this one set as default. Let's select this one and make that one default. So I have this one and I have this one set as default. Okay, so here you type in whatever information you have for your escrow agent, save it, and from here the system will take the information to have filled your contract. So now we have the contract, the signatures, the escrow letters. We did set up our email account. So now actually right now we are ready to send out any contracts that we want, but if there's one more thing you might want to do. We are here in settings. Let's go to templates. When you send a contract, the system will automatically send a cover letter with your contract. By default, the system has a default cover letter that goes out with your contracts. This is what the default says. Interesting offer on property. This is a property address, city, and zip code. And it says, dear, this is a variable for nickname. What this takes is the first name of the agent. So it will say, dear John, Here's the most amazing offer you will get on property. This is the address of the property, property city. See my offer attached with a disclosure as well as any additional documents. This is the preset default cover letter that will go out with every contract you send. But you can also make your own. This one you can't edit it because this is the default one. ReiFax default templates cannot be edited. You can't delete it either. But you can add your own. You can make a first initial letter, or you can make a follow-up email, and it works pretty much as the editing of the contracts did. Let's add one. First of all, I give it a name. This is the name of my template, so I know what it is about. First, this is only for you. You're the only one that will see this name. This is not what the person that you send the email will see. This is for you to know what that template is about. First offer webinar test. Subject. Let's put great offer on property. Let's look for my variables. The variables allow the system to personalize each email you send. Property address, property city, and property zip code. And here I start typing in whatever I want to type. Hello, agent nickname. Oh, shoot. I'm interested in your property located at, let's look for property address. Please find let's put here buyers contact phone. Sorry for that. Okay, you can type in whatever you want. Just look for the variables and see which one works for you. And there it is. Once I have it just as I want it, I click on Save. Okay, one more thing you have to set up in your account before starting to send the contracts is your profile. I click on the little green house, click on the three dots, and go to Profile Data. In the system, you'll see Personal Data and Profile Data. Personal data is your name, address, and phone. That is not available. That will only be available for you and for us in customer service as reference to your account. That will not be visible to anyone that you send anything to. But the profile data, let's click on profile data. This is what this is where the variables get the information about you. You can put in a profile picture, the logo of your company if you want, the profile name. This profile name is the name that you use as a buyer, whether it's your personal name or the name of your company. So that's what you're going to fill in here in profile data. The information, the contact information that you use as a buyer. So fill in your name, email, phone, fax, and name of the company. So this you have to fill it. This is something you also have to fill in when you're setting up your account to start sending contracts. Okay, so I have my profile data set out. Let's go back to my account. Since the two systems, the old one and the new one, they're not totally integrated, when I went to my profile data, that actually took me to the old version. It will be available. That information that you typed in will be available and will be used by the new system, but it took me out of my account. So that's why I have to log back in. That's no problem, and soon that will be fixed also. Okay, so now we have our contracts, we have our additional documents, we have everything ready, so I'm going to send out a contract. Let's do a little search. Let's look for, let's select another county. I'm going to do a little search to get a property and send a contract to it so you can see the contract filled out. I'm going to use Dixie. I want properties for sale, single family, and I want a property that is free and clear, so I'll use debt to equity equal to 100. And I want property that is not a tax delinquent, so I'll have amount equal to 0. I want the property to be that the owner lives in it. Yes, so owner occupied, yes. And it has a pool. That's Okay, let's see what that pulls out. Search. Didn't find any. Let's go back. Let's take off the pool. Oh, is it that? Let's see. Hmm, that's strange. Okay, Dixie for sale, single family, debt to equity. Let's take up the debt to equity. Well, something is going on in Dixie. So I'm going to go back to Broward. Put in debt to equity equal to 100 and search. Clear everything. Today is Friday and the system knows it. Broward. Single family. Let's put pre-foreclosed, no. Market value between 100 and 200 for sale. For sale, yes. Search. Okay, here I have my results. I'm going to take one of these properties and just click on it and go to the overview of the property. Remember that I can send a contract from here from the overview of the property, or I can send it to my follow-up if I have professional. If you do not have professional, you only have platinum, you have to send the contract from here from the overview. If you have professional, you can send it from the overview and the system will automatically send this property to your follow-up so you can keep track of whatever you have done in your follow-up. I'm going to try to send it from here. Click on Send Document. No, I'm not going to Send Document. Ah, okay. I see what's going on. Okay, when I try to send a contract from the overview of the property, since it's going to send it as soon as I send the contract, it's going to send it automatically to my follow-up. It's asking me if I want to send it as buying, selling, or prospecting. I'm going to select on buying, click on Add Properties. And now I have opened It has been added to your follow-up, okay? And now I'm going to go ahead and send my contract. If you have upload more than one contract, the first thing you have to do is select which contract you're going to send. Then you select which additional documents you want to send out with your contract, or you can send out the additional documents and not the contract. If it's the second sending, for example, you sent out the contract and they ask you to send a proof of fund, then you come here, select without contract, and select only proof of funds. This will send only the proof of funds. For this case, you should create a template for sending additional documents. So in this case, I'm going to send with contract, lead-based paint, and proof of funds. Then I come here, I have my offer price already here. Initial deposit, additional deposits. I can change this here if I want to. My information as a buyer. Since I'm sending it from the overview, it will ask me for the buyer info. I can type it in directly. If I was doing this from the follow-up, it will take what the information I filled out when I uploaded the contract. Here it will ask me which title company I'm going to use. If I have several set up in my account, I can select either one of them. You can only set up 2. And I have everything ready. And I'm not going to actually send it because I would be sending a contract to an offer to this person, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to click on preview so we can see the contract actually filled out. If you're going to preview your contract, make sure you do not have your pop-ups blocked. If you have your pop-ups blocked, you'll see here, up here in the browser, a little window with a red cross on it, a red X on it, and that will, if you click on it, that will unlock pop-ups. In this case, I don't have it blocked. For some reason, it's lasting a bit, so let's wait for it to upload. Remember that if you have any questions, please go ahead and type it in. I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. So let's do while this uploads and we can actually see the contract, let's review what we have to do to start sending contracts. First of all, make sure you have in your computer the contracts, the PDF file of the documents you need. That is an as-is FAR contract, blank. Your addendums, like the lead-based pen addendum, the short sale addendum, the Fannie Mae addendum, depending on what you use. Your proof of funds or EMDs, also PDF files. Then you have to set up your Gmail account. Once your Gmail account, remember that the best thing you can do is open a Gmail account to use exclusively with ReiFax. That way you won't have in your inbox cluttered with things that have nothing to do with your work as a investor. So take your time and create your Gmail to use with this. Profile data, go into the little house, the three black dots, and select profile data and fill there the information, the contact information you use as a buyer. Create all the templates that you need for the emails that you want to send out with your contract. Remember, the system has a very simple default one that just says, I'm interested in your property, please see the offer attached. But you can create your own. You can create as many as you want. And this is actually not loading. So again, please, if you have any questions, this is what I wanted to show you. But the system doesn't seem to want to show you the actual contract filled out. The contract will take all the variables and actually fill it out with the information for the property I selected. That is the seller's name, the property address, and fill in my information for escrow, my information for my offer price, my initial deposit, the balance to close. If I put in additional terms, it will be filled in there. My signatures and my initials will be there. This actually doesn't seem to be wanting to fill out, so I'm going to reset this. And show you just one more thing. Remember that I took off the little flag for the Let's Talk so that you can contact us? I'll show you how to put it back in, so you can actually contact us when you ever get stuck like I have right now, because actually it did get stuck. It didn't open my contract to see it. Okay, by default, I'll have the flag here with my close. I still have it. I'm still able to open my chat, but I don't have the flag for Let's Talk. I can come here into the greenhouse, click on the three dots, and click on customer service. And that should do it. But it didn't. Let's do it again. Customer service. And it didn't. Well, yes it did. Here it is, online. It just doesn't want to tell you Let's Talk. Well, in any case, remember that you can contact us at any moment during the day with the live chat. You can call us through our phone number, 888-349-5368. If you have our direct phone lines, please feel free to call us and send us an email. In the live chat during work hours, we'll answer it as soon as we see it. If not, just leave us a message there and we'll see it as soon as we come in the next morning and answer you and call you if it's necessary. So thank you for being with us. It's been a pleasure working with you today, as it always is. Every Friday at 10, we'll be here next Friday, and hopefully we'll see you all back in. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Bye.